let's jump into it. John, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing great. Honored to be with you all. To get 56 people on a Friday. Thank you all for being here. And Larry, good to see you again. We had such a good time in Cabo.
Yes, we did. We definitely did. And so, guys, let me introduce you guys to John, right? Like John is a absolute rock star. He is a realtor, a mentor, a global leader, right? He runs is it the Powerhouse Group? The Powerhouse team is your team up there in Vancouver, yes?
No, it's the Align Group. It's actually the same name as Brett Sikora's group in the US. It just happened that
Oh,
way. But yeah, the Align Group.
okay. And the Align Group, I mean, you guys did some serious volume. You guys did like 300 over 300 million in sales last year, yes?
Yes, yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, man, congratulations on your success and stuff there. So not only has John like one, done a lot of business, helped a lot of other people, but he was also, our first president of Canada for EXP as well. So he started kind of this global expansion side of it as well. So this guy has done so much in the real estate industry, and I am excited to have you on. But to start with, I mean, that's a small little nugget. Tell everybody a little bit more about yourself, my friend. Like, tell everybody about your real estate journey and how that came to be. Just spend a few minutes on that for a second, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's actually embedded in the presentation. Should I just pretty much get started?
Get after it,
Yeah, and
man.
then we'll
I gotta allow you to share. Hold
Okay,
on.
perfect. And then we can go into some Q&A. Guys, well, I'll be sharing with you my journey of, solo agent and then to all the way becoming the EXP president for Canada and also now leading a team of 65 agents. So I'll just get right started. Can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up, Larry.
It's giving, it's starting, it's hovering. All right.
Oh, do you
Becoming
see
a
it?
great leader. We got it. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this talk is called Becoming a Great Leader. This is my journey, a little bit about myself, and then, I'm going to give you some actionable items to take away for you guys to do more production or attract more agents. So it's a journey of becoming a great leader, a journey to 1,465 agents and 65 agents on the team. Right. So I'm gonna go. This is exactly what my schedule was. I'll tell you what it was because this is my production schedule. This is when I was doing 150 transactions as a solo agent. So I wake up at 4:30, I go work out, and then for about an hour and a half, I come back, and then we would role play scripts, right? Expired listings for sale by owners, just listed, just sold. I would role play from 7 to 7:30. 7:30, another role play, a different role play partner, and then I would get to prospecting 3.5 hours from 8:30 to about 11:30 or 12 o'clock, and then I go for lunch, come back, pre-qualification of any listings that I'm going on and or doing research on comparative market analyses. And agent attraction, that's after you talk to 50 people per day. So that's what I did. 50 people per day I would talk to generate real estate sales business. And then in the afternoon, I would do agent attraction, right? So 50 in the morning and then 2 agents afternoon. So I did that for the whole year. And I was able to attract 160 agents by the end of year one here at eXp Realty. And I still sold 110 homes that year doing all this. So this is my
Real
journey.
quick,
Go ahead.
real quick. Are you a Mike Ferry agent?
Yes.
Okay, like because again, like that's where I started my journey. 50 calls a day, like 50 contacts a day, right? Very regimented and stuff like that. And so, with all of that, how long did you spend on the agent attraction side of it? I know it was after 3 o'clock, but how long did you spend on that each day?
Yeah, it wasn't it didn't take a lot out of me because it was fun. I wanted
Mm,
to talk to my friends about this new model that I just engaged in, right? And there people were like,
yeah.
"Oh, what's EXP?" Like, well, okay, well, let's chat. And so I would talk to 2 a day, 10 a week, and 40 in a month, right? And obviously I wasn't super consistent after that, but I really Brent says build it quick, and I did. My goal was to have 100 agents by the end of 300 agents by the end of year one. And second year I would go to 500 agents, and third year I would go to 1,000 agents. That was my goal. I didn't hit that goal in that time, but I did hit 1,000 agents by the end of year 4, so beginning of year 5. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think it has to be 2 businesses. I think it's 1 business. You're in real estate.
Yeah.
You're in real estate, and then you're building a sales organization on top of you producing as a real estate agent, selling homes, listing property, and taking around buyers and negotiating contracts. So I treated it as 1 business. And yes, there were, agent meetings, and there were, listing clients, buyer clients, but I just treated it as 1 business. So don't make it hard on yourself. It's all vertically integrated because you're talking to agents on the other side of the transaction anyways. And if you've been in the business for a while, you talk to your friends in the business. So that's how I started, warm market, right? And I'm going to go into other tactics as well. Does that answer your question, Larry?
Yes, absolutely. And if you want me to shut up and let you finish your
No.
presentation, you let me know. I like to highlight different aspects of it so that everybody, like, guys, I put in the chat box, I want you guys to put, like, could you guys reach out to 2 people a day? Right? Look at the growth that we're getting with the small apprentice group that we're working with right now, reaching 5 people a day. We have 16 people that are onboarding this week alone. Like, guys, the consistency is the key part of it. But in the chat box, right? Like, if you think reaching out to 2 people a day is feasible, put it in there and go ahead and keep going there, John. I apologize.
Yeah. 2, 10, 40 is what Brent actually taught me. He's like, you don't have to talk to 10 agents per day, just 2 a day. 10 a week is a lot already. And then 40 a month. And that by the end of year 1, you should be talking to 480 agents, right? So I'll keep going here. Anyway, so I started in 2006. So this is my 20th year, going on my 21st year. And it didn't start out like I was a rock star. Like, I did 2 deals and I made $2,500, Larry. And in my second year, I had no idea what I was doing. I would just step into the office, I would surf Facebook and I would wait for my phone to ring. That was the business. In 2007, I did 17 transactions because of my warm market. I grew up here in Vancouver, so a lot of my friends referred me business. I made $104,000, and then I went out and bought a car for $89,000, an X5 2007, and spent the rest of my money buying my girlfriend purses and clothes. If that sounds familiar to you, that was my life. And I was 27 years old. I thought I made it, right? And then 2008, you guys know what happened, the Great Recession. Then I became $80,000 in debt, no deals for 6 months, right? I was $60,000 in debt. And because I wanted to get engaged, I went and got another $20,000 loan so I can buy a ring for my girlfriend, and I proposed to her November 2008. That's why I was $80,000 in debt. After I proposed, Larry, I couldn't make a sale. I couldn't make a sale for 6 months. I'm like, am I cursed? What did I do to myself? And so what happened was, this is what you see. After that, Larry, I learned, and I joined Mike Ferry at that time, right? I learned that I had to work hard. And I learned that this is not a business of sitting around. You can either wait for business, or you can buy business, or you can go out there and earn business. So I decided to earn the business for the next 10 years straight, 7 days a week, 12, 14-hour days. But what does that equal to? At the height of that, I was selling 149 homes in my highest as a solo agent, right, with 1 assistant, okay? And I was burnt out. So I went from 149 homes as a solo agent, and 2017, I sold 137 homes, and 2018, I sold 99 homes. As you can see, I was burning out physically, mentally, emotionally. This was actually the picture on the right-hand side here. That was my X5 that I bought for $89,000, and I had no money. And this is the time when I put in $5 in my car because I couldn't afford anything else. I remember I was showing a home, and I left my buyer, and all of a sudden my car stalled because I didn't have gas. And my buyer, I was crooked on the road too, and my buyer drove by and he said, "Hey John, what's going on?" "Oh no, I just had to get back to somebody. No, I'll see you later." So I had to walk down to the gas station, get a kettle, and then put it back in my car. So that's those are tough times. Okay, 2009, right? And then fast forward 2019, I got exposed to this model called EXP. My friend came to me and he said, "John, you've been selling real estate for a long time. What's your next plan?" I go, I needed to leverage myself because 149 homes as a solo agent sounds really successful, but I was actually burnt out. I was emotionally wrecked. My wife didn't want to talk to me. I didn't talk to my siblings. Every friend was more like, can I get a deal from them? You know how that is, right? And if you didn't give me a deal, I didn't talk to you. But then I'm like, there's got to be more to this. I wanted some time back in my life. I wanted some financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. So I actually sat down with Glenn Stanford. That was my 7th day at eXp Realty. I was like, whoa, the CEO and founder of the company sat me down. We were there in Semiahmoo, and he bought me dinner. I was like, I didn't do anything. I'm the nobody at eXp, right? But he spent the time, and he said, you know what, John, I know you're a Mike Ferry agent. I'm about to change how you think. I was like, okay, let's do this. And then my last interview with all the eXp agents, Larry, it was Cliff Freeman. Do you know Cliff?
I do know Cliff. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cliff got me on the phone, and there I was. I remember I was on the freeway in LA on vacation, and my wife was in the back, and I had him on speakerphone. He goes, John, if you were to join eXp and none of this worked, couldn't you go back to Remax where you want to start a franchise and spend $500,000, or go back to Rennie, which is a boutique company locally here, and still selling 100 homes? I'm like, yeah, you're right. And eXp doesn't tie you down to multi-month contract, a multi-year contract. And I said, okay, let me think about it. But before I let you go, Cliff, what is your monthly rev share income? He said $55,000. Larry, yeah. $55,000, and that's US. That's like $1 million Canadian. I was like, hoo, that could really set me free. Give me financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. So I said to myself, I'll think about it. And then I hang up the phone, and my wife tapped me on the shoulder. She goes, you better get involved with eXp now. We never see you. Right? So happy wife, happy life, like a smart husband would. I signed on a dotted line. It was November 2018. I became official January 1st, 2019 with a group of agents you see here. And before I even joined eXp, I flew down to Roseville, California to visit Brent, and that was November 2018 that you can see there. So that was my eXp journey. And again, I gave myself 3 months, Larry, and I never looked back. So when your why is compelling enough, the how becomes self-evident. So don't worry about the how. Just dive in and start doing. When you start doing and you have a big why, my big why back then was I had $80,000 worth of debt. I had enough pain to start to, prospect. I hated cold calling. Who likes cold calling anyways? But I had to. I had to build a business. I had to call friends and family and beg them for business, even though I didn't feel like it. But you can either wait for business, you can buy business, or you can earn business. I had no money. So I was waiting anyway, so I might as well go out and earn my business. But because my why is so strong, then everything else came to me. It became self-evident. So this is my family. I'm the baby of the family, and I'm the right-hand side. The girls are a little bit older now. And in the middle there, that was my dad. My dad and my mom's birthday, October 12, 2013. And there's me on the left-hand corner there, and my dad, as you can see, he wasn't too happy. I didn't know why. A week later, my mom calls me, and she said, your dad has trouble breathing. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, what's happening? And he said he needs to go to the hospital. And then the doctor tells us he needs a quadruple bypass surgery. I didn't even know. So Asian men, I don't know how many Asians there are on this call here, but Asian men, they have a lot of pride. They don't want to tell their sons that I'm sick. And little did I know, he has 7 stents in his heart. He would never tell us he was in pain. So he went in for a quadruple bypass surgery, and he came out. It was successful surgery, great. But he was delirious. He didn't know who I was. He didn't eat for like a week. And on the 7th day, all of a sudden he woke up and he was energetic. And I remember I was like, okay, well, he's good now. He's good. And I sat him down. That was just me and him at 10:30 at night, and we were just talking. And mind you, I'm the youngest son, 2 brothers and 1 sister, 10 years, 12 years, and 13 years older than me. He goes, I'm really proud of you, son. And I never heard that from him for 33 years. I'm really proud of you, and the Tsai family is yours. I go, what? You're kidding. Next week we're going to have some king crab. Stop it. Right? So I go, I'll see you tomorrow. I shook his hand, and I left. 3 o'clock in the morning, the nurse calls me, and she says, I think you better come to the hospital. So we went to the hospital, and I sat there with my mom and my wife and myself, and the doctor comes out 5 o'clock in the morning. He goes, unfortunately, I didn't need to hear anything else, guys. My dad was gone. The man had worked, at that point, 55 years of his life. He finally retired, and he gave me a good life. I didn't have to, beg. I didn't have to starve when we grew up. We were well off, right? And then, he passed me the torch, so to speak. He passed me the torch. The Tsai family legacy is yours. And so I took it upon myself that day onwards. I'm like, this is my family. I'm the man of the family, although I'm the youngest. So what is your why, guys? If your why is so compelling enough, the how will become self-evident. That's what it was for me. So I had every single day I think about when I don't feel like waking up at 4:30, I got to think about my dad laying there at Forest Lawn Cemetery. Do you think I won't show up one day? There's no option. Yeah. Do I always feel like I want to go speak? Do I always feel like I want to prospect? Do I always feel like I want to talk to the next agent about EXP? But guess what? I show up. So what is your why? And this is my other why. So I came home one day, and Larry, this was my my journey becoming an EXP president, and I was flying around 3 to 5 times a month. And I came back home one day, and I saw this drawing. This is Zoe, my oldest. She goes, Daddy, here's my family portrait. I go, okay, well, there's Mom, there's herself, and there's Kaylee, her baby sister, and there's the family dog on the right-hand side. You can see that. I'm like, where am I? And she goes, the paper's too small. I'm like, no, I did not exist in your world. Man. So that's my why. I mean, I want to become a father, so I had to work not only harder but more efficient and be more present at home. So again, what is your why? What is getting you up in the morning that no matter how you feel, you're gonna go out and do your job? These are my why. So I'm just sharing with you guys. And step 1 here, guys, building momentum. 50 conversations a day, not 50 reach outs. Not 50 cold calls nobody picked up, 50 actual conversations. It usually took me from 8 to 12. And then if I didn't finish in the afternoon, I would make it up another 10 to 15 contacts. And production is attraction, no matter how you look at it, again, because when you're going out there selling homes, you're going to be talking to agents. And when they see you see that you are winning, you become attractive. And if you have a good personality or you're nice to people, attraction becomes a little bit easier as well. So go out there and sell a lot of real estate, and you can at the same time talk to a lot of agents, which becomes the attraction efforts. 2 agents, just 2 a day, in the afternoon. That's what I did. So at end of 12 months, it was 160 agents. At 15 months, 200 agents. Attraction doesn't matter if you don't have retention. And I want to talk about this a little bit because, by the end of year 1, I was starting to lose people. Didn't have any structure. So I started to create training programs where, I can help the agents. So now we have 8 training calls per week, Larry, and you guys are all welcome to come. Majority of my training calls are skill development calls, right? As you know, as Mike Ferry agent, we work on role playing, we work on scripting, and so you know exactly what to say. If you know what to say in this business, you can you can get a lot of production, you can sell a lot of homes. And if you know what to do, you know what to say, you can do your job at a high level, right? So I created trainings at the end of 2019. This is how it started, Power Half Hour and, ongoingly. And events. You must have events. So how I got to 160 was because I did the first event, March 2019, and then I did it again. This was the fall one, October 2019, okay? And as you know, by the end of year 1, 160 agents, and by 15 months was 200 agents. I had a really fast start because I was going after it. So events, they get better. You just got to start somewhere, guys. Even if it's 10 people, do a lunch and learn, right? If you want to attract agents, provide some value, do a lunch and learn, explain what EXP is about, and this is what it looks like. I didn't just start from doing 500. My biggest one was 600 agents. This in 2022, right out of COVID, 600 agents, and after that we immediately jumped from 620 to 700. So events work, guys. And this is my training. And if you want to scan the QR code down below, You're welcome to come to any of our trainings to help. Let me help you sharpen your skills and give you production tips. And obviously, lately we're talking a lot about AI. So we have different AI speakers every single week. So come on by and join us. All right. So
Can
at
you
the
go
end of
back?
the day,
Can you go
go.
back there
Yep.
for 1 second,
Sure.
Kathy? Can you make sure that you get that link, and we'll include this in the follow-up, please? All right.
And I'll
Go
also
ahead.
share with you the slide deck, Larry.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
could
So I'm
share that,
emailing
that
it
would
to you.
be wonderful. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So guys, just start. At the end of the day, you know what? The hardest call for your cold calls, for calling your friends and family to ask them for business, who do you know that would like to buy, sell, invest in real estate? It's just, you got to start. It just starts in the first one, right? And then once you build momentum, it's easier. Brent says everything is easier with momentum, but you have to get going first before you start to feel like you want to get going. It's not like if I felt like I want to get going, then I get going. Get going and you feel like going. Motion creates emotion. And once you have emotion, then you move even faster, right? Number 3, enrolling agents. This is what I did. So the social media brand, right? I treated it as a numbers game, just like how I treated my real estate sales game. 8,000 IG posts, 220,000 followers, right? I built that up from ground up. And it was just a lot of posts. I'm not even that good at social media. I don't even know what social media is about. But guess what? Consistency beats anything. Action beats anything. So just keep going. I've spoken to 2004 agents, and I've enrolled 127 FLA, of which turned into 1,465 agents. That's 1 in 16 that I attracted based on talking to 2,000 agents. 1 in 16 is actually pretty good, right? But
Yeah.
I didn't even fulfill my promise of 480 agents per year. Did you guys see that? 480 agents per year times 7 is how many agents? That's about 3,000 agents. I'm missing. My goal was 21040, but I'm missing 1,000 agents. You see that, Larry?
Yeah.
So even if you're half as consistent as I am, you can attract agents. It's just talking to people, just like you sell real estate. So go out there and roll, and don't think of it as recruiting as a dirty word. Recruiting and sales are basically just giving people what they want. Yeah. And if people don't want what you have, guess what? What's the best 4-letter word in sales and recruiting? Yell it out if you can. If you know. What's the best 4-letter word?
Sold.
Sold is good. Yes, sold is good. What else? Next.
I was going to say
Andrew. Close is 5 letters, just so we know. So next. Sell. Yes. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. That's how I treated sales, and that's how I treated recruiting. It's okay. If you're not willing to look at this, that's fine. It's not no, it's not now. So I'm just going to go to the next agent, right? And that's okay. Right. And guys, you're scripting, and if you know what to say, as you talk to a lot of people, you're going to get better at your enrollment conversations. Step 4 is always be learning, no matter how you look at it. I went to UPW with Tony Robbins 3 times, and then I went to Business Mastery, and I've been following Tony ever since 2004. So always be learning. I went to Landmark, Tony Robbins. I spelled that wrong. Mike Ferry for 18 years, John Maxwell, Darryl Rutherford. All these are my mentors and coaches that got me to this point. So, if you want to get to a higher level of production, higher level of net worth, higher level of success, you must become a better you. Right? So it's be, do, have, not do, have, be. People always have it backwards. If I do this, then I have this, and I can become the 7-figure agent. But no, you got to think of yourself as a 7-figure agent first, and then you do what's consistent as what a 7-figure agent is or a top agent attractor is, and then you'll have what a top agent attractor or a 7-figure agent has. Does that make sense so far, guys?
For sure.
Right,
and while we're on, go back to that slide for 1 second for me.
Yeah.
So guys, I put a Google Docs link in there. And John, this might even be news to you, but Tony has announced that he's retiring.
Ooh.
Tony has announced, I don't know if it's this year or next year, but time is limited at this point in time. I put a Google Docs link in there. Our goal is to have over 50 people at UPW
Mm.
in Miami, or it's in South Florida this year in November. We get the VIP tickets, or the VIP tickets, which are generally $1,900. I think we get them for $800, if I'm not mistaken. It will change your life. Literally, it changed the trajectory of my life, and to do it with other people that are in this group, like this is where it just reinforces the bond. It reinforces the accountability and everything else. And John, if you have anybody that wants to go, again, they're like, I'm sure you have a rep or something, but we have that bulk discount and stuff negotiated, because I've been taking these groups for, man, probably like 6 or 7 years and stuff now. So that's open to any of your group as well, if you guys want
Thank
to join
you.
us down there.
Guys, you guys have a gem here. Mr. Larry White is such a great leader, and you know, to be able to get 60 people on a Zoom call, that's already like that's beast mode. And Larry, I will take you up on that offer. Let's go to UPW together.
Yes,
All
love
right.
it. Love it.
All
So come
right.
hang out with John and I. Like,
Yes,
again,
sir.
it's limited time. And if you have not seen Tony live and in person, it's, I've never seen anything like it. It is the greatest show on earth, right? Like everything from the music to the, like everything is so well orchestrated to where I've been a staff member for Tony. And literally after every single event, he is sitting there. Okay, guys, where could we get better? Where could we do this? What this? Like, and he takes that and implements that for the next one and stuff like that. So literally, if you guys can make it, like reach out. Max, if you fill out that Google sheet, Max will reach out to you. If you don't have it right now, he will work out a payment plan with you. Like literally, they bend over backwards and stuff for our group, because we've been going for so long, because we take so many people and stuff like that as well. Do anything possible to make it work. It will change your life. If it doesn't, Tony will refund you. If Tony doesn't refund you, I will refund you your ticket. If you go and you stay the 4 days and you're like, I got nothing out of it, I will refund your money. That is how confident I am in this. Back to
There's
you, sir.
really no way you're not going to change your life at UPW. You're going to want to buy the whole program, Business Mastery and Date with Destiny. And guys, it's absolutely life changing. So these are my mentors, and you know, I call them my leaders as well. And you have a great leader here in Larry. And guys, leaders creating leaders. That's what this agent attraction thing is all about. It's not about you. It's about you helping your people become leaders and to help them grow in their consciousness and their mindset, right? The ones who has the most value wins. At the end of the day, if people are leaving your organization, it's because you stop providing value or perceive value. So how can you provide more value to the people that you are attracting and leading? So just constantly think about that. And like Larry just said, even Tony Robbins, after every seminar, after every UPW, what can we do better? Right? So what kind of value are you providing to your group? Step 5, maintaining momentum. This is how I do it. 2 big events a year. That's it. That's all you got to do. Weekly live trainings, virtual trainings if you want, right? I have 1 live training and 8 other virtual trainings every single week. Monthly happy hours. Every last Friday of the month, I do a happy hour. I get a mortgage broker or a notary, a lawyer to come and sponsor the event, some drinks, some eats. Everybody has fun. It keeps the community together. Duplicate expansion locations. So these things I've duplicated in Calgary. I've duplicated in Toronto. I've duplicated in LA, which I have a group of 400 there. They do the exact same thing and more. They basically turned what I did and made it even better. That's why they're blowing up right now. And at the end of the day, guys, have fun. If you have some fun today, right? If you had some fun today, you know, talking with me, you know, put it in the chat box. Did you guys have some fun?
And
Did you have
I'm
fun?
honored. I'm honored and grateful. Like the vulnerability, like the fire that you were dropping, like so grateful that you were on here, my friend.
Thank
Really
you,
am.
Larry. Thank you. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you. So this is my 2 big sisters. Actually, I think Natalie's younger than me, or older than me. I don't know. But this was when I was president. Nadia, you'll meet her at EXPCon. And this is my team right here, EXP Luxury. And at the end of the day, you know, vision boards, I keep them right in front of me. These 2, I put them right here. And these are what I look at every single day. And when you have a bad day, you look at what you want to achieve, what your goals are, and remind yourself why you started every single day, and visualize the positive outcome, guys. And then come out from that visualization and go and take action. There you go, Larry. There you go. Right? So this one right here, if you're into if you're into agent attraction, I was going backwards in January 2022 when the market was starting to drop here. Interest rates, doubled, and a lot of people were suffering. So my organization, people were leaving the business. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to focus on the people that are leaving. I'm focused on what my goal is. So I created this screenshot over here. By January 10th, 2024, I hit 1,169 agents, and it's because I put that right in front of me. Now my goal is 2,000, and not just 2,000, 2,068. Right, yeah. Very specific number. So it's an odd number where I can remember it, and it's ingrained in my mind. That's my goal every single day. And I put down here, I easily and effortlessly command and create $20,000 or more for every speaking engagement. Oh, okay, there you go. That came true as well. BNI, as you can see, like all these. I wanted a 6-pack, and I got that. I don't have it right now, but don't feel my stomach next time you see me. Anyway, all right, vision board. Health as well. At the end of the day, guys, if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter, because you can go and do anything if you have your health. If you don't have your health, you can't do anything, right? So I hired a coach. I pay him like $1,300 a month, completely virtual. And my wife loves to put this picture here. I had a hair transplant back in 2020, and my face swelled up like a balloon. And it's all about my family. This is my why, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. This is a great ending to a story. So I went home. This is about July 2023. I came home. I remember she didn't draw me in the picture, right? And so for the next 4 months, I go, I'm gonna be super present with you. I'm gonna go pick you up when I can. And there I was, right? She drew her mom. She drew herself. She drew her baby sister. And guess who's on the left-hand side? Daddy. Right. Yes. I merely replaced the family dog, and I'm okay with that. All right, guys, if you want to connect with me, if you want to follow me on social, just scan the QR code. And it's an honor to be here with you guys today. I hope I provided some value. I hope I gave you some energy, and I hope you have some actionable items to take away to go and crush the rest of 2026, guys. Thank you.
Man, thank you so much for that, John. That was wonderful. And, a lot of those things, we have similar, leaders in the business, mentors in the business, right? Like Mike Ferry was my personal coach for a long time. Then, I was one of Tom Ferry's, I think his 31st coach and stuff over there. And so then Tom and I built, but then Tony Robbins and this and that. And there's a lot of similarities that we talk about on this call. From the dream board, right, to visualization, to this constant method of growth in whatever aspect of life. Like business is not the only thing. I actually think business is the easiest part of it, right? Because it takes more vulnerability to build your relationship and be like, admit that maybe you fucked up. Maybe you didn't do something right. Like to grow as a person is 10 times harder than actually doing more sales and stuff in my aspect and in my, from what I've learned at this. But guys, it doesn't take, like, we're not talking about an extra 8 hours a day, right? And where I want to leave you guys, and then we're going to come to some questions and stuff. So if you have those, start thinking of these, right? John was talking about 2 contacts a day. And then like what's going to stop a lot of you guys is like, well, what do I say? Oh, well, when I know what to say, then I'll start calling. And you say, if this or when this, then this, and this never comes. So you never take that first step. Like you do not have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, because here's the thing, you will figure this shit out. If you screw up your first call so bad, like you will make some adjustments so that your second call is better. But if you don't know why you're doing this and you don't have enough leverage, that first obstacle will stop you dead in your tracks. And that's what happens to most people. We live in this place of instant gratification and comfort bullshit. Like break outside of that. That is where we grow. That's why I want you guys at Tony Robbins. That's why I want you guys on these calls and stuff like that. So you can learn from other people and see the patterns of success that are across the board. So here's the thing. 6 weeks ago, a lot of you guys on this call started a journey with me where we started the apprentice program, right? If you guys are serious about growing, I want you guys to reach out to me. There are commitments. Like if you're taking my time, I'm going to hold you accountable to this, right? But here's the thing, right? We have 16 people onboarding this week alone. And John, like we went from 609 agents in September in my group. We are at 815 as of this morning since September. I have never experienced growth like that, but that is because it wasn't just me doing the work, right? Like as I was able to duplicate my structures and teach you guys this path, we are having exponential growth. And so if you guys are interested in growing and adding massive value to other people, I invite you to shoot me an email, label it the apprentice program. And what's going to happen, I'm going to send you over the expectations. If you're going to be on there, right, you're going to have about 30 minutes of an online certification to show how to use your dashboard and stuff like that. The second part is you're required. We have an hour and a half of calls on Monday because I have to build your skills because you don't have those skills yet, right? And this is where script and role play and your list building, everything that you should be doing in your traditional real estate business, we're going to duplicate. And then we have accountability calls Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 15 minutes. And we talk about what's working, what our numbers are looking like. And when you're in that call, we reach out to 5 people a day with this simple script. I cannot make it any easier. Veronica, man, I got an opportunity to test this system. It is generating 2 to 6 registered buyer leads a day. Since we're just rolling it out, like they're not charging a setup fee or a referral fee, but they told me I could invite a few other people. Does it interest you? I don't care what the objection is. Man, I haven't even got all of the details, but we're hosting a live call this Thursday. Like, do you want me to get you registered? That is it. You do that 5 times a day. You let us host this live call and deliver massive value to them. And then you remind them Thursday morning about the call. You set a follow-up call, which is absolutely critical. And I mean, Suze, you've been on this journey with me for a couple of months now. And how many people are like, you had 0 in your group. How many people are in your total organization now?
So I have brought 2 agents on under me, and one of the agents has now become an apprentice, and she's bringing agents, and I'm still growing, and the calls all week keep me super motivated.
And I think you have 3 in the onboarding process, right? Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
I know your numbers. I promise you have 3 in the onboarding process. Yes.
Thanks. Right. And then I have 2 from yesterday that I think will probably be coming.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Amanda, right? You started this with me. What's your pipeline? What's your organization look like right now?
I have 3 joining this week that just signed up and reaching out to more people today that saw the live call yesterday.
But when you came, you had 1 person. How many have you brought over already?
8.
8. Guys, in 7 weeks, get the fuck out of here, right? Like, I am shocked at the results that we're getting. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, guys, this is working. And those are just 2 examples of people that I saw on my board and stuff over here, right? Like everybody that's following the system, it's working with. If that interests you, but be ready. Like I'm going to hold you accountable to it, right? Like you guys saw me. I was like, how many people could do 2 a day? Right. And I saw Antoinette, I saw Ryan, I saw Drewski. I was like, yeah, but your commitment is 5 a day, right? Because that's what we talked about, right? That's what it's going to take for my time, because I want you to get the results out of it that you want. And this is where we get compounded growth and stuff at this point in time. So that is there for you. Email me. I will get you guys next step with that. If you guys commit to that, then I'll build out the back end of your guys' system and stuff there. John, as we're like, guys, think of some questions and stuff here. The one question that I did see come across. So how many agents are in your organization now, John?
1465.
1465. And Drewski asked, if you don't mind sharing or maybe giving us some hallmarks, what does your rev share look like at this point in time?
About 50,000. It's come down. Actually, back in 2022, my highest check in 1 month was 91,000.
Woo! And how long have you been at EXP?
7 years.
7 years. Let me ask you guys this. Would you reach out to 2 people a day for the next 7 years to have the potential to make $90,000 in a month? What if you totally sucked and you hit a quarter of that? What would that do to your life? That is what I want you guys to think about. Right? What if you were terrible and got a quarter of the results that John did? But here's the thing. I like flipping that around. What happened if it worked? What happens if you got the results that Susie got? What happens if you get the results that Amanda got, that Jeff Russell got, that Mike Patrone has got, right? Like, what if it actually worked? That's what I want you guys to think about, right? Mr. Scott, what you got going on over there?
First of all, thank you so much for bringing them on. Really appreciate that. Appreciate your time and opportunity, John, as well. You did mention one other thing. It's a sidebar conversation, but it's been pulling on me since you said it. You said Forest Lawn. What city is Forest Lawn in that you're referring to where your dad is laid?
It's in Burnaby. Forest Lawn is the cemetery.
Okay. Yeah. There's a Forest Lawn in Buffalo where 2 presidents of the United States are buried. It's a very, very prestigious cemetery. So I was like, wow, that'd be really interesting. It's 5 minutes from my house.
We for sure copied that name. Royalty. Yeah, Canadians copied that name. So this is the fake one here. This is the fake one. You got the real one.
Okay, thanks.
Very cool. Anybody else have any questions and stuff for John? Like,
I just want to say this as well, Larry. You don't need the perfect script. You don't need the. You don't need to be good. You just need to not quit.
Yes.
I just never quit. I could have quit so many times. $80,000 in debt. I might as well have gone a job. But because I didn't quit, by 2009, most of the realtors that are my age, they quit. And I get calls from people that are like, "Hey, John, you're the only friend that I have in real estate now. Can you come list my home?" I won by default because I didn't quit. Same with agent attraction. I just never quit. And guys, it's not if you will hit your goals for agent attraction, it's by when. I promise you, if you just never quit, it's only a matter of when. If you never quit, you'll never fail. So just one step at a time, guys.
Yes, absolutely love it. Did anybody else have any questions, comments, or anything for John? With we got a few minutes left and stuff here.
You know, John, I appreciate your time, man. You're a huge inspiration, brother. And it sounds like if it's not on your calendar, it shouldn't happen. Be committed to your calendar. Your why needs to be reflected in your calendar. And that's my big takeaway today is a nice reminder. Thank you.
This is my paper calendar. I still use it every single week. Once I complete my task, I just cross it off. And I have obviously my digital calendar, Google. But I know if it's not in my, like you said, it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. So I don't have to think about my week because all I got to do every single day is a couple of simple tasks. I need to talk to people. I need to go on appointments, and that's it. Everything else, like, I might need to think about. But in terms of business, I don't think because, guys, your willpower is like a battery. When you have to wake up and think about whether or not you should generate leads, you're like, oh my God, should I procrastinate a little bit or should I just get on the phone? I have no options. I just get on the phone because my why is so strong. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Robert.
Absolutely. And look at the consistency, guys, right? Like I see Jeff Russell, like, man, I live and breathe by my calendar, right? This was last week. This was the week before that, right? This is this week at this point in time, right? Like, everything, like my wife schedules dates on our calendar. right? Like today is our anniversary, right? And all of the different things are on there. Why? So I don't forget, right? Like I don't remember what I ate for dinner yesterday because it's so non-important to me at this point in time. Like I only need to think about the things that are going to add value and stuff to my life. But this is where, you know, Kathy, again, if you want time with me, I'm like, man, like talk to Kathy, right? Like I don't even know what my schedule looks like. Kathy tell you if we have any time or anything like that at this point in time. So yes, like look at the consistency. John, Robert Weichelt, Jeff Russell, right? Like their calendar is everything. Those success leaves clues. The why leaves clues. The vision boards leaves clues. If you're not getting those results, should you listen to these clues? Right? That's what I want to leave you guys out there today. Any other questions, guys?
I got a comment, Larry. I got a comment. So excellent meeting today. Awesome. Love hearing all about this positivity. It just is great. I just want to add one thing. I went to a meeting yesterday and I heard it was about realtors in town and here in Sarasota. And one thing they said to me that really hit home, and this is probably going to be hit home with a lot of people on the call today, is that, you know, if you go sit down one day and you write a letter to your son or daughter and your wife and saying, why didn't I go to work today to do what I need to do to accomplish things in my life? That really hit home with me yesterday when that person said that yesterday. That was huge. So do that. What are you going to tell your husband and wife and your kids why you didn't go to work today to do what you're going to do to accomplish things in your life, especially with this beautiful revenue share that we have, you know, in our favor for this company. So go out and do it. Write that letter down on why you didn't go to work today, and that'll hit home. So.
Love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate all that you're doing and leaning into this. And here's the other thing, Mike. I was thinking about this the other day. I just have not had, I haven't put it on my calendar in time. Like we need to get Chris involved with this apprentice program and stuff like that. And growing with us at this point in time. Like he brought you, you wouldn't be talking to us. We wouldn't be building this without him, but we need to be like, Chris, come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to get them into the funnel thing because I told them I'd send them some buyer leads too. So just so we can get off the BPO bandwagon that he's been on. So we can chat about that, Larry, when you have time. So for sure.
Sounds great. Anybody else, guys? Beautiful. John, man, again, so grateful. Like like just your vulnerability. You're willing to share like some really personal things, especially with how you were raised, right? It's not common, right? Like I think for males in general to kind of be vulnerable and do that. And then you talked about your background. It wasn't taught to you or anything. So I applaud your vulnerability, your willingness to share your story and all of the lives that you're affecting. Grateful to have you here on board with EXP. If you need anything, call, text, email me. Let me know. Look forward to seeing you in Salt Lake City. Again, I'll send you over this link. And if you and any of your group want to join us down in Miami and stuff like that, as long as we have 50 people there, they will rope off a section for us and stuff like that as well. So that's the magic number is 50. I got to look and see how many people we have registered and stuff at this point in time. So. All right, guys, have a great week. Call, text, email me if you need anything. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.